In 360, Emperor Murong Ke of the Yan dynasty suddenly passed away. The Crown Prince Murong Ke, who was only 11 years old, ascended to the throne. On his deathbed, Murong Ke entrusted his fourth brother, Murong Ke, with the heavy responsibility of assisting the young emperor. In ancient China, primitive nomadic fishing and hunting tribal communities did not have a clear cultural tradition of power succession. After the death of a leader, members of the royal family often engaged in bloody struggles for the position of tribal chief. This was often unavoidable even in the feudal autocratic regimes of the Han people. Fortunately, the Xianbei Murong family had become highly Sinicized, and Murong Ke was well aware of Murong Ke's innate kindness, deep familiarity with Confucian classics since childhood, and his high moral standards. Therefore, Murong Ke felt confident entrusting the young emperor to his brother and trusted him to oversee state affairs. Another regent, Murong Ke, was known for his bravery and numerous military achievements in his early years, earning the favor and heavy use of the Murong Ke family. However, at this time Murong Ke, becoming arrogant and self-important due to his illustrious military exploits, attempted to incite trouble and seize control of the court. He first tried to sow discord by accusing Empress Dowager Kezuhan of meddling in state affairs, falsely claiming he could support Murong Ke in seizing the throne. Murong Ke was shocked upon hearing this and responded to Murong Ke, "You must be drunk, talking nonsense." Murong Ke relayed Murong Ke's words to his brother, Murong Ke, who advised him to execute Murong Ke. However, Murong Ke, prioritizing national stability following the emperor's recent death, decided to endure the situation. Failing to incite Murong Ke, Murong Ke then attempted to drive a wedge between the young emperor Murong Ke, his mother, and Murong Ke, urging the Empress Dowager to kill Murong Ke. Murong Ke told the Empress Dowager, "Murong Ke is plotting a rebellion. Please give me command of the imperial guards, and I will kill him." However, the new emperor Murong Ke supported Murong Ke and dissuaded his mother. Murong Ke said, "My uncle Murong Ke is a member of the royal family and a trusted minister appointed by the late emperor. He couldn't possibly be plotting a rebellion." "Are you the one plotting a rebellion?" Murong Ke was left speechless, and the matter was dropped. Despite this, Murong Ke remained persistent. Later, he strongly urged the Empress Dowager and Murong Ke to relocate the capital back to the old capital, Longqing, effectively suggesting that the Xianbei Murong family abandon their efforts to advance into the Central Plains. Upon learning this, Murong Ke could no longer tolerate him and reluctantly ordered the soldiers to execute Murong Ke and his followers. The old emperor had just died, and the new emperor was young. With the regent minister executed, the ordinary people, unaware of the event's causes and consequences, were unsettled, leading to disturbances within Yan. During this time, Murong Ke remained very calm and acted as usual, without adding extra guards at home, and he went out with only one attendant. Seeing this, the people's hearts settled somewhat, and the domestic situation gradually stabilized. Although Murong Ke oversaw state affairs, he consulted his uncle Murong Ping, another regent, on major decisions. The sorcerer Ding Jin, favored by Emperor Murong Ke, attempted to ingratiate himself with Murong Ke by advising him to kill Murong Ping. This enraged Murong Ke, who would not tolerate anyone attempting to sow discord among the Xianbei Murong family members. Consequently, he executed Ding Jin. Murong Ke oversaw state affairs but never monopolized power. Even when his subordinates made mistakes, he did not show leniency, but he would use his own funds to pay their fines. This approach ensured that his subordinates were deterred from making future mistakes. Murong Ke strived to maintain the unity of the Murong family and loyally assisted his nephew, the young emperor, in governing state affairs. This ensured the central court's authority and clarity in political matters, with officials adhering to orders. As a result, the state remained stable, avoiding the common historical outcome of political instability and social unrest that often occurred during power transitions when the monarch was weak and the ministers were strong. Shen Jin-365 was a general during the Eastern Jin period. He came from an important family in the Jiangnan region, the Shen family of Wuxing. Wuxing was a prosperous and culturally advanced area, and the Shen clan had produced many prominent figures over the generations. However, Shen Jin's father, Shen Chong, participated in Wang Dun's rebellion during the early Eastern Jin period. He was ultimately defeated and killed, and his family was implicated, becoming a criminal household. Shin Jin, then a child, was also slated for execution but was spared due to the kind-heartedness of a fellow townsman, Qian Ju, who hid him. From a young age, Shin Jin exhibited a character of steadfast justice and unyielding integrity. He often wished to achieve great deeds for the country, to erase the shame brought upon his family by his father's rebellion and restore their honor. However, due to the stain on his family's background, Shin Jin was unable to secure a government position until he was in his 30s. In 356, the Eastern Jin court appointed Wang Huji, the administrator of Wuxing, as general of the north to garrison Luoyang. Luoyang was a central city in the Central Plains, historically renowned as an ancient capital and the former capital of the Western Jin dynasty. However, with the Sima family having fled to the Jiangnan region and established the Eastern Jin dynasty, Luoyang had become a frontline battleground. The task ahead was a challenging one, facing two minority regimes that were continuously growing and expanding, the Yan and Qin states. Wang Huji had always admired Shin Jin's steadfast commitment to justice and his unyielding character. Taking advantage of the court's urgent need for capable individuals, Wang Huji requested that Shin Jin be assigned to his staff. Consequently, the Jin court appointed Shin Jin as a military advisor in the General of the North's office. However, Wang Huji, who had been suffering from a long-term illness, never managed to assume his post in Luoyang before his death. This left Shin Jin's service to the country in limbo, causing him great disappointment. In 362, the Yan army besieged Luoyang. The defending general, Qin Yu, had fewer than 2,000 troops and sent emissaries to the central court requesting reinforcements. Shin Jin, overjoyed by the news, immediately petitioned the court to be sent to assist Qin Yu in defending Luoyang. The Jin court appointed Shin Jin as the chief clerk of the General of the Champions and allowed him to recruit soldiers on his own. Shin Jin then invested all his personal wealth to gather over 1,000 brave and patriotic men and rushed to the front lines in Luoyang. As a deputy general defending Luoyang, Shin Jin led his loyal soldiers into battle, often achieving victories against superior numbers and repelling the Yan army's siege. In February 365, Murong Ke and King Murong Ke led the Yan army in a joint attack on Luoyang. The city's main defender, General Qin Yu, realized that Luoyang could not be held any longer. He abandoned Shin Jin and 500 soldiers, using an excuse to leave Luoyang with his trusted troops. At this moment, Shin Jin was not at all alarmed. Instead, he felt a great sense of excitement. Shin Jin's initial purpose in requesting to defend Luoyang was to dedicate himself to the country, to achieve a grand feat, and to bring honor to his family. Defending the isolated and besieged ancient city of Luoyang with a small force against the attack of two of Yan's renowned generals would surely cement Shin Jin's legacy. However, Shin Jin was disappointed that the battle was not as intense as he had hoped. Murong Ke valued the lives of his soldiers and usually refrained from ordering strong assaults on cities. This time, with such a large city as Luoyang defended by only 500 men, he did not waste any time. He told his soldiers, "You have always complained that I don't attack cities. This time, with so few defenders in Luoyang, we can proceed with the assault." In March, the Yan army easily captured Luoyang. Shin Jin was captured in the chaos but remained composed throughout. Murong Ke admired Shin Jin's character and did not wish to execute him. However, General Mu Qian believed that Shin Jin would never serve the Yan state and suggested that he be killed to prevent future trouble. Murong Ke thus ordered Shin Jin's execution. He remarked, "I previously captured Guanggu but could not save the distinguished scholar Pai Luwei. Now, having pacified Luoyang, I have also killed the loyal and virtuous Shin Jin. Although these actions were not my intention, I am indeed guilty before the world." Upon learning of Shin Jin's death, the Jin court posthumously appointed him as the administrator of Dongyang. The Shin family of Wuxing, which had become a criminal household due to Shin Chong's rebellion, was released from its confinement due to Shin Jin's death. The Shin family of Wuxing was able to revive, continue producing talented individuals, and remain prosperous and influential. In 366, Murong Ke, severely ill, was deeply concerned about the lack of real power held by Emperor Murong, and he knew that his uncle Murong Ping harbored jealousy towards those with greater virtue and talent than himself. The position of the highest military commander was extremely important and should not be entrusted to someone without capability. Murong Ke therefore recommended Murong Ke to the emperor's elder brother, Prince Murong of Luan. However, Prince Murong did not heed Murong Ke's advice. When Emperor Murong personally visited Murong Ke's residence to inquire about future state affairs, Murong Ke once again recommended Murong Ke, saying, 1,600 years ago, during the Yin and Shang periods, even the slave Fu Yu, who built walls, was appointed as a prime minister. How much more so should Murong Ke, a member of the royal family, be considered? Murong Ke possesses both literary and martial talents, his abilities only second to the ancient wise ministers Guanzhong and Xiaohe. If your majesty entrusts him with state affairs, the country will gain stability. Otherwise, I fear that the Qin state and Eastern Jin may harbor unrealistic hopes or ambitions towards Yan, putting the nation at risk of extinction. After delivering his final words, Murong Ke passed away at the age of 46. Murong Ke was inherently kind-hearted and had been deeply versed in Confucian classics from a young age, holding himself to very high moral standards. Despite his immense power and prestige both within and outside the central court, he never harbored any ambitions to usurp the throne. He remained dedicated to the Xianbei Murong family's imperial legacy throughout his life, diligently working to expand Yan's territory to its greatest historical extent. Murong Ke valued the lives of his soldiers and never engaged in the needless slaughter of enemy prisoners, earning the deep respect and affection of the various peoples. He was a unique figure among the martial gods of the 16 Kingdoms era. In later times, when the Han people established temples to honor and worship famous generals from various dynasties, the Tang and Song dynasties included Murong Ke, a war god of a minority ethnicity, among the many celebrated Han generals in the Wu Temple, where he was venerated by the world.